Welcome to Smart Stock Watch, your go-to channel for in-depth financial analysis. Today is December 18th, 2024, and we're diving into Lennar's recently released fourth quarter and fiscal year 2024 earnings report. Joining us is John, our senior analyst from Smart Stock Watch. John, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. Lennar, one of the nation's largest home builders, has just released their earnings, and there's a lot to unpack, especially with the current dynamics in the housing market.
Revenue and profitability overview. Let's start with the top line. Lennar reported total revenues of $9.9 billion for the fourth quarter. John, how does this compare to their performance last year?
While the revenue of $9.9 billion represents a decrease from the previous year's $10.4 billion, Lennar still managed to achieve net earnings of $1.1 billion. The adjusted earnings per share came in at 4.3 cents, slightly below the forecasted $4.18. The gross margin on home sales was 22.1%, which is a solid figure, although it has decreased from last year's 24.2%.
What factors contributed to this performance?
The decrease in revenue was primarily due to a 7% drop in home deliveries and a 3% decrease in the average sales price. However, Lennar's focus on operational efficiencies and cost management helped maintain a healthy net margin of 14.9%.
Market dynamics and strategic initiatives. John, can you elaborate on Lennar's market position and strategic moves in this quarter?
Absolutely. Lennar reported new orders of 16,895 homes, which is a 3% decrease from last year. Their backlog stands at 11,633 homes, valued at $5.4 billion. A significant strategic move was their agreement to acquire Rausch Coleman homes, expected to close in early 2025. This acquisition aligns with their strategy to expand and address the housing supply gap.
And what about their capital allocation strategies?
Lennar repurchased 3 million shares for $521 million, reflecting their confidence in the company's long-term value. They also maintained a strong liquidity position with $4.7 billion in cash and no outstanding borrowings on their $2.9 billion credit facility.
Operational efficiencies and future outlook. Let's talk about Lennar's operational performance. How did they fare in terms of home deliveries and pricing?
Lennar delivered 22,206 homes in the fourth quarter, with an average sales price of $430,000. This is a slight decrease from last year's average price of $441,000, largely due to increased use of incentives and changes in product mix. Their cycle time improved to 138 days, a 14% reduction year over year, showcasing their efficiency in production.
What are their expectations for the upcoming quarter?
Looking ahead, Lennar expects to deliver between 17,000 and 17,500 homes in the first quarter of 2025. They anticipate a gross margin of 19.0% to 19.25%, reflecting their cautious optimism as they navigate the current market conditions.
Leadership insights and strategic vision. John, what insights did Lennar's leadership provide regarding their strategic vision?
Stuart Miller, Lennar's executive chairman and co-CEO, highlighted the challenges posed by rising interest rates, which impacted their sales pace. Despite these challenges, Lennar remains committed to their volume-based strategy, using margins as a buffer. They are also progressing towards an asset-light, land-light business model, as evidenced by the planned spin-off of Millrose Properties and the acquisition of Rausch Coleman Homes.
How does this strategic direction position Lennar for the future?
This approach allows Lennar to remain flexible and responsive to market changes, focusing on driving sales and cash flow while managing inventory levels effectively. Their strong balance sheet and liquidity position provide a solid foundation for executing these strategies.
Key takeaways. As we wrap up, Lennar's fourth quarter results reflect a company navigating a challenging market with strategic foresight. Despite a slight miss on EPS, their strong liquidity and strategic acquisitions position them well for future growth. John, any final thoughts?
Lennar's focus on operational efficiency and strategic expansion through acquisitions like Rausch Coleman Homes is commendable. While the market remains challenging, their proactive approach and strong financial position make them a company to watch in the coming quarters.
Thank you, John, for your insights. And thank you to our viewers for tuning in. If you found this analysis helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Smart Stock Watch. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Lennar's performance in the comments below. Until next time.